Hello, everybody. My name is Hannes Spichigir, and I'm presenting a short paper called The Use of Automated Systems for Rapid Decisions that I wrote together with my colleague Timothy Bolle. We both are PhD students at the University of Lausanne in Switzerland. So, what are we talking about here? Nowadays, automated systems are often used for classifying tasks. So we launch automated systems on some sort of data to sort through it for us to do some sort of analysis, grouping together elements within that data. Now, ideally, as those systems are not always perfect, the outputs of those systems are reviewed after by an expert in the field. This is, however, not always possible if there is a temporal restraint. So one scenario we're going to look at where such a temporal restraint is indeed in place is in an airport security context. The aim is to identify potentially dangerous persons that are attempting to take a flight, can think terrorists or person related to terroristic activities. So the technique that is proposed in this scenario is that we do a targeted extraction and an automated analysis of the suspect's phone, which will then give us an indication whether or not suspicious material was found on it. We are not going to take into account legal and ethical considerations, as we are more interested really in how such a system works within a context like that. This is a brief schema of what we think about. The result of our analysis is then integrated into a decision process. Sadly, we don't really have time to go into that in detail. So what factors will have an influence on our final decision, whether or not we are going to keep this person for further investigation? Well, first of all, we have unevenly distributed priors. Not every person has the same risk to be indeed a terrorist. This will depend on flights, origin and destination, as well as on the person herself. Then there's a number of system characteristics that will influence that, the performance of the system, how well the system is understood by the person handling the situation, as well as the context of the trace that we are looking at. Finally, there's a perceived risk together with organizational and personal factors that will influence how the decision is made. And all those factors are susceptible to change over time. As a conclusion, a decision does not only just depend on the automated system itself, but also its surroundings, how it is implemented, how it is indeed used and understood by those that are in charge over the final decision, how much expertise they have, and how well this expertise is applied to the current situation. And finally, organizations that aim to set up such systems should address all of those considerations. Otherwise, the system is likely to not work as well as intended or even cause damage. Thank you very much for your attention. If this presentation was of interest to you, we'd invite you strongly to read our short paper or to contact us by email. Thank you very much.